How's it going, you guys? It's Scott with Everyday Home Repairs. Now, years ago, doing a few different DIY bathroom and kitchen remodels, I quickly realized there is a massive difference in the materials and quality of cabinets. Now, I have a side-by-side comparison that really shows the differences here. One is from a big box home improvement store, and the other one is from an online retailer, and both cost about $350, so you'd think they'd be pretty similar, but there are huge differences that I'll point out so you can make a smart decision on your next DIY remodel. So let's jump into it. So first up, let's look at materials, then we'll go over construction, third, hardware, and then overall the kind of finishes and the look of each of these. For materials, this cabinet comes from a company called Cabinet Giant. So it is a ready to assemble cabinet. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. And you'll see a link in the description for this exact model. Now this one comes from your standard big box store. Lowe's and Home Depot have this type of cabinet in stock. And instead of here on the ready to assemble from Cabinet Giant, you have a 1/2-inch plywood for all of your boxes. That's key. That's what you're looking for in a higher quality cabinet. And then when it comes to your drawers themselves, they are solid wood with a nice plywood bottom here. If we go over to our builder grade, so that's what you'd call this level, a builder grade, we are looking at particle board for pretty much all of your box here. And then it has that kind of thermoform plastic layer on the outside. You do have solid wood for your drawers, but then a classic thin plastic bottom for the drawers, which too much weight will blow those out. Now, just starting off with the particle board in kitchens and baths, you get water on that over time. It's going to swell, bubble, and fail. So that is why I highly recommend plywood boxes, plywood bottoms. That is going to hold up much, much better. I've used these specifically in about 6 different remodels in rental properties I've had over the years. I did one with this type of material, and in 5 years I had to swap them out because I destroyed multiple cabinets. The renters were a little rough on them. These never, obviously, had to swap them out. This is quality materials and it makes a huge difference. So let's look a little closer on the construction. So for construction and how we kind of bring together the different sides and how solid the corners are here, it's kind of a 2-phase attack. We have these brackets here. So we have the white brackets that come on this side and then brackets that slip inside of those on this back side. You tighten all those screws up and then you put one screw here. So this is the one drawback for ready to assemble is you do need to invest a little bit of time. Putting this specific cabinet together, and this is kind of your worst case scenario because the multiple drawer cabinets are going to take much, much longer compared to your uppers or a simple like sink base. These are going to take about 3 times longer. This one specifically I worked through and it took me about 30 minutes the first time. So the second cabinet would be a little bit faster, probably 25 minutes, and I'd probably get into about 20 minutes to assemble a complex cabinet like this. And simple cabinets are only about 10 minutes. So the builder grade is pretty much comically bad, and I wish this was an anomaly. I looked at multiple cabinets and saw something very similar. So this piece of particle board is supposed to structurally help hold us together, right? So we have some adhesive here that was applied here, a dot up here, nothing back here. So what happens is actually these are not attached. So these have complete play instead of being attached here on the corner. So you just have a lot of play and obviously not nearly the structure you had over here on the Cabinet Giant ready to assemble. So you also have it loose up front. You can see all that play. And it just seems like there's no quality control. I don't know what's going on here where they assemble these, but that is the type of quality you usually get with these. Things are slopped on. You already have inferior materials, but then if the process of the construction of bringing them together is also of low quality, that's where you just have a really, really bad combination. So let's take a look at the drawers. So for the builder grade drawer, we do have solid wood sides. The issue is the way that they come together is actually just 3 staples. So that is just not a great way to bring together the drawers. Remember, drawers are going to get a ton of use. So you do want these to be one of the most solid parts of your overall cabinet. So here's that bottom piece, again, thin, and it's held together. You just see staples. So that is what you're looking at for drawer quality, and this is what you want to actually stay away from. Let's take a look at the ready to assemble. So with the ready to assemble, we have a little bit thicker, solid construction. Now the big difference here, we have dovetail for our joinery here, bringing together our back and our sides. Now in the past, they've recommended putting wood glue in here because they can actually work themselves loose over heavy use over time, but they improved the design, it looks like, and that is where we're putting screws. So we actually do sink one screw here, and then on the bottom, we actually put a screw here and here to hold that together. Again, you have your solid plywood bottom that's going to hold a ton more weight. And overall, from what I've seen, this is some of the highest quality drawers that you can buy. And the biggest thing is, don't forget, the price point here around $350 is the same price point of the builder grade, which does not seem like it'd be the case. So let's finish up with hardware and the overall fit and finish. And if you guys thought the materials and constructions had a big difference, wait till you see the hardware. Now, if you have a kitchen remodel coming up, or you're just planning it out, you're pricing it out, or even a bathroom remodel, because Cabinet Giant has some awesome bathroom vanities with the same type of quality construction. This is the ice white shaker, but they have a bunch of different finishes for matching your own home's look and feel. And use our promo code everyday25. That is a higher discount than you're going to get off the normal website, and you're getting 25% off any orders above 2,000. So pretty much any kitchen is going to meet that threshold, and you can get 25% out, which brings your pricing for this quality of cabinet down to basically builder grade pricing, which is a fantastic value. So check out these drawer slides just to show you builder grade. I mean, it's literally the classic. Half of the rail is on your drawer itself. The other half is here. You have a wheel up front and a wheel in back, and that's it. And there's obviously no soft close for that type of slide. Now this type of slide here is literally industrial strength. I don't know if I've ever seen a higher quality slide. Let me know if you guys know a higher quality brand than this, but no matter the price point on kitchen cabinets, I don't think you're going to get a better slide. So it has the soft close feature there, and it's very easy to install your cabinets. They're extremely robust. They have a ton of different adjustment holes here. It's better brackets on the back. Overall, it is absolutely superior, and I've had a ton of luck with this type of slide, and you'll see the same type of quality and soft close on the standard door hinges as well for the Cabinet Giant ready to assemble. And then the drawers themselves have some adjustment, but this is also how you're able just to slide the drawer right in, and then it goes right on top of the slides, and you just keep sliding. There's hooks in the back that will hook that. You'll hear it clip, and then now your drawer is ready to go. And then for the kind of look and finish, we have a modern shaker, and it doesn't even have the line here. Some of the cheaper ones, you'll see a little line here. It's nice and smooth, painted solid wood. And then we kind of have a veneer plastic feel finish here on the builder grades. And again, these corners, if that glue loosens up, they can start to peel off and damage over time. So really, again, there's simply no comparison between the two, but I want to know what you guys think. What would you go to? Only about 1 out of 10 of you guys knew about the RTA option when I did a poll a couple months back. So I want to get your feedback. Overall, this is what I go with for any of my remodels, and I've worked with Cabinet Giant for years, and I'm super happy. So you'll see that link down in the description. Now, if you guys have a DIY bathroom remodel ahead of you, check out this video, and it walks you through the complete process of what you're getting yourself into so you can make those plans and budget accordingly. And then if you want to see how do we actually cut a sink into a laminate countertop, check out this video right here. I'll walk you through that complete process. So thanks for joining me on this video, and we'll catch you on one of those next ones. Take care.